So, looks like stuff went a little bit screwy with the last part here. Yeah, I got a little bit ahead here. So I'm gonna redo these guys. I guess kind of general gist of what happened. I pretty much did everything up to bond disarmament. So Ruglin, Fragile did not survive. There was the one with the safeguard alloy sample. So got the hex. Also, what's his face? Grinder didn't survive. I made a second AC here. Muffin Gear, named after my original one when I did this run. That's actually where the emblem comes from. Basically, it was a build like this, except it was a quad with a linear cannon. But I think this does it pretty well too. And what had happened? I got to Cyprus here. Yeah, I think I already did these before. So, yeah. I basically got into these guys. Came to the conclusion that, yeah, there's no way I'm doing this with a light build anymore. So, a few discoveries that happened here. Namely, well, he'll always go and get himself stuck in a little corner over there at the start of the fight. So, for one thing, ECM makers do not affect him whatsoever. He'll just flat out ignore them. And one thing we did find out is just how amazing that is. So, that takes care of him pretty easily. If he gets a lot of good slashes in, a bit of a problem. This build's actually pretty dang decent on energy defense, but kind of still crap on shell. So nothing big there. Gonna do Nocturne, gonna skip Valkyrie, because let's be honest, my strategy for the two is exactly the same, except with her, she just kind of jumps on your head and eats it. And, well, I don't really feel like waiting for her lock-on thing again. Oh, actually, maybe I will. So, I actually got him in the arena last time. I'm gonna try this strategy with him. Just because his blade absolutely wrecks me. As you can see. The general strategy is kind of similar to the last guy. Just get in a corner and pretty much wail on him with everything. Ideally getting him with one of the pursuit pods until then. So while kind of doing the whole turn to get into position into the corner, I would hit him with a pod while he's passing by. And the delay on switching out the bazooka arms still keeps messing me up. There's a little bit of a delay for the stuff to come out of it. That's fine, we'll take one. Yeah, see, that's getting to the position's the only problem here. Because unlike a lot of the others, he can figure out the corner pretty well. And he'll end up just jumping right over my head if I try to corner him in the first room. Actually got it on the first try last time, so at least the first try on this map. I tried it on the arena a few times. Didn't work out so hot. Alright, so new plan here. Since he doesn't want to cooperate. I'm gonna come around the corner. I'm gonna try to hit him with a... And that didn't work. There we go. Actually ended up getting him on a tie last time. But that works out better. We'll pretend that was a legit win the whole time. Thankfully he doesn't have much shell defense. Or energy defense for that matter, he doesn't really have much of anything. Alright, so I guess we'll do this one. I won't... actually, maybe I should have done the other one. 2. Odds. You fire already? Yeah, so didn't even need the EOs. So this corner's pretty safe for her anyway. Generally for anyone that's really aggressive and low defense, that corner's gonna be good. Nocturne's in a kind of a bit of an exception to that rule. Because, well, he'll just keep on going. Fanfare. I'm gonna switch back to odds, I think. Actually, I'm gonna switch out to the Rusty Beast. So with him, I should be able to just beat him, no problem. I might just use pods on the Muffin if it doesn't work out. Generally speaking, he's kind of a missile spammer. So he's got hand rockets, spread Howie, and torpedoes and a multi-missile. I mean, he's decent. Mostly the problem is just he'll eventually end up hitting you because it is really high defense. Don't seem to be getting decoyed very well. The nice thing about multi-missiles and whatnot, they tend to miss decoys more often than not. Alright. That's fine, I'll just use the other one. I think it seems doable with this one, but I think it's going to be more expedient with the Muffin. Switch them over to pods. Decoy pods, I mean. Only downside of this guy is he doesn't have any radar. Alright, bud. Your call. If you want to just go and fight me in this corner, that's fine by me. Ah, these Berserk arms are amazing. Yeah, I mean, there's an argument to be made for bazookas versus machine gun arms. I mean, those ones still kind of suck in terms of everything, really. As far as tracking, I mean, they do a pretty hefty amount of damage, and they end up lasting longer than the bazooka arms. But they do pretty fantastically in this scenario. They're gonna hover up there a bit. This one's built entirely to spam missiles, and she has a tendency to hang up in the air the entire time. a nice side to that. Gives a good little window for hitting with things. And yeah, the pod there still does pretty hefty damage even to a tank. Right. Those pods out, I guess. Battle of the Trudges over here. Now, at first glance, the ridiculous scatter on the bazooka arms seems like it would be a problem. I mean, personally, I see it as a benefit. They just end up scattering all over the place. End up hitting them even when you weren't supposed to. Alright, so... Subarena, there's very little that's difficult down here. Yumi absolutely getting rocked by the easiest guy here. There we go. And the damage is ridiculous. What did that take off? Like 6,500 or something? I'm gonna check it. That's 6,800. One pod misses. Yeah, that was like 3,500 actually. Yeah, I'm excited for trying this ridiculous mess out on Royal Mist, because usually, like, even if you have the craziest damage output possible, usually he'll still go around it. He's stupidly fast for being so hefty, and... Alright, you're one of the ones to charge forward. This should be trivial. Yeah, nice thing about the Subarena. A lot of them will just sit there and take it. In her case, it's because she's kneeling and also has a frail setup as well. Doing a run as her, not bad, actually. Like, other than the cannon, her setup's not too terrible. It's just really the kneeling down for the cannon that's a death sentence. This guy likes to walk around a lot. Missed him. Easy peasy. Yeah, champion over here. What kind of theme are you going for with your build? I'm like, oh, I want to be a friggin' walking disco. Like, oh, what do you mean? Yeah, I'm just gonna scatter lasers everywhere. That's gonna go for all the least accurate stuff I can do. Pulp Fiction stuff right here. Goodbye. Yeah, this is a fun build right here. Not very viable for missions and whatnot. Like, the howitzer and the blade end up needing to be saved just in case you have an actual objective to do there. Well, I mean, it's not ideal. It's viable. A little bit of an awkward one. Just missed his head. Unfortunately, I can't do anything about those pods, so he actually can be decently threatening. Oh yeah, they can death bounce too. Actually, oh, I hope last episode wasn't the one with the bouncy arm. The one that I ended up losing. That was amazing. I managed to get the whole bouncy arm thing several times. Alright. Leg part. Threats. Etc. Might as well sell some stuff. I'm not going to be using those after all. These are the Zeo Matrix ones from AC2. Really good. Pretty fantastic leg part, but I'm not going to be using it. I haven't seen myself using them, but I'm still. And that's about it for now. This time I have a little thingy up to let me know it's actually doing the whole recording thing properly. Time to fail this one instantly. I wish there was another way, but such luck.
Avoid the lower levels. No ace.
Jumps in lava, you say? Yeah, the gun is over here. And for some reason you just chuck it back in the lava if you quit. No to that. That's gonna take forever. And do destroy computer. And I should not have gone with this. Oh well. This is just gonna be longer than expected. Good job, pods. Not much really threatening in this mission. Basically walk through, blow up the thing. These rooms are really the only place you take much damage. And you end up passing through each of the two rooms twice. I feel like you can kind of reenact the intro to Another Age here, though. All these missiles go out. I'll probably do that in the next turn too. And the instant hit. generally it's about as challenging as eating a sandwich. Which for most people should not be that difficult. Those things are impressive, but just work better as rockets. Oh. And yeah, you get extra points if you go and blow up anything off to the sides there. Like a whole factory assembly line going on. Yeah, they even have dialogue for getting a low AP in this mission. See that very often. Frankly, we probably would either be shooting everything or just not come in here, you know, basically as an elephant. Or, you know, have the ability to move. Gone to little saunter down a factory. Actually kind of amazed my EOs aren't back yet. Seems like every 3 minutes or something. Looks like something just blew itself up in the background. Saw the little remnant thing go down. Oh, I can't hit that one right there. Should have been locked the previous time. Something like 3 walls down that way. Alright, done deal. And you still want me to do that stuff. Alright. Let me get the Rusty Beast out. I'm just getting him because he usually ends up dying, but honestly, he's just there as a distraction. generally are just getting these 4 pods kind of out in the forest. And then you can hold out for a while. Yeah, gun emplacements there don't help. I was hoping that he would be distracting from. Come to think of it, one thing they definitely didn't make easier in the remake. Actually, they didn't really change it at all. Freaking destroy gun emplacements. And this still as dicky to do as it always was. Oh, also one of the few missions without any music in it. I think it's like one of 2 that don't. Lock on to whatever's over there. For all the lasers and explosions, that should be a good way to find it. So at this point, I'm not 100% certain on this, but I'm pretty sure that it spawns in more stuff. Or at the very least, they start becoming more hostile. If they weren't hostile enough already. And unfortunately, you don't get credit for destroying the gun emplacements in this one. They want you to come back and do it in under a minute in the next one. Yeah, they definitely spawned in more stuff. They all just came in as a squad. And yeah, you can be surrounded, on fire, whatever else. As soon as the helicopter shows up, you're done. Doesn't matter how surrounded you are. It's just at that point, it's a lot easier to go aggressive. Because you can just get completely encircled and get to the point where it's difficult to dodge anything. And that little rain glitch, as always. Wanted to say hi. Water pressure. Right. Try this one. Let's bring him again for good measure. I rarely end up getting this second part. I can think of only like one challenge run where it actually happened. Because you have to remember exactly where they are and then just home in on them. Pretty sure I'm already screwed on the time. What we want to do is find the river and then just kind of go along the bank. We got 3 on one side, 2 on the other. And everything looks the same, so it's a little hard to tell what's where. Even one right over here. But yeah, even if you end up doing it in under a minute, then you still have to have the right corporate rating, and I don't know if I don't really know how possible it is to get this if you're in just regular game. Like once you get free missions, you can get the second part pretty easily. But yeah. And that's for the Sawa. I'm gonna go for that one. Right, so the way this one goes, you have two options. First off, you can just run ahead and run into the door and immediately regret your decision as you get swarmed by a bunch of missiles and lose most of your health in like a second. Or you can just wait here, and he'll somehow go through and completely ace it. What a shame. Yeah, now instead you just have a bunch of these guys. If you're using pods, which you can because your only other enemy besides these guys is Clazen, and he doesn't have any missiles, so generally speaking, as long as their missiles are kind of out of the way, you just go at them with unity. Relatively, anyway. Still fighting a lot of them. I mean, really, as long as you're above 50% AP, this next fight isn't so bad. One of the few times that they seem to actually come in with full health. By the fact that they've apparently been fighting for a minute or two. I was like, this next part, just because they're both completely breaking how their weapons actually work. Always feels like all the cutscenes and everything else are done by different people than the programmers. I like those. It's a fun little thing. If you purge any parts while going down, they'll just bounce all the way down. I don't know if they... yeah, no, they fall through the ground. Clearly, nothing going on. About though, they're having a fight. Rifle doesn't fire that fast. Got a really weird rate of fire on that gun.
I'm surprised you made it. Watch it. This guy is good.
He's alright. I think as long as you keep him pinned. A street enemy over here. End up handling a lot of things. I think he actually says that looks like he's still got it no matter what. Like, no matter who's at 50%. Yeah, I was hoping to try and retreat out of that. No such luck. I mean, he definitely does seem to have more health in that fight. At least more than he usually does. Unlike most of them, he definitely doesn't, like, start up at half. Anyway, you can't do a restart on it. and try to be a little more ammo efficient this time.
Engaging combat. They're moving more units into the facility. Be careful.
I'll take care of the ones inside. The gate locked. I'm trapped.
I don't need the howitzer nearly as much as I need the machine gun on the next fight, just because of how hard it is for him to get hit by it. And really, I only need a couple shots to hit best case scenario. As long as I have at least maybe 10 shots of it, I'm fine. It was pretty effective against these guys. Where's this one? Okay. And even if you take longer, I think 471 is as low as he can go. I want to say that he gets locked in at a higher one if you manage to get them all done sooner. 6,000 or so, but I'm not confident on that.
Please go assist.
Bounce, 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 bounce.
I'm surprised you made it. Watch it. This guy is good. Looks like I've still got it.
Oh yeah, a lot of times he'll get himself stuck in a corner like this. At which point you definitely start feeling his defense here. Alright, fair enough.
Communications restored.
Yep. Gangster guy over here is almost dead.
Okay. Return to base.
Sounds like the most white-collar guy ever, though. Don't really get anything for saving him. Fan of that. Alright, so Rahito Part 1. Let's see if over the course of this I can end up getting my rank up to A. Usually even with 2 E's on record, it's still possible to do. For this part, there's ECM stuff everywhere. Basically run through. Basically just shoot stuff if it's convenient. Now, I don't know if it's a bug or what. Sometimes the EO pod is able to still target the ECM guys. But only sometimes, far from consistent. Yeah, what are you doing this time around? Run here, pick up this thing from the computer, and leave.
Access program down.
I'm gonna get shredded by this laser. I didn't even think about this part. Yeah, like, right there. Still able to aim, and especially aim at these guys. But I couldn't aim with a regular gun. That's the door at the end of the hall. Probably done this one maybe 100 times and I still always... Oh, still a good 20-30% of the time I end up getting that hallway mixed up. Now, I'm probably gonna end up switching to a quad on the heavy guy. For part 2... Part 2 definitely needs a lot of ammo. Either or, it's gonna be on the same map. I might as well go radar. Actually, wait a sec. No, because... No. I'm gonna do protect convoy. Just because you'd have to jump across a... basically jump across a canyon, and I'm not sure it's gonna be possible with either one right now. That is a pretty big gap to leap.
Units directly ahead.
And they're like directly in every friggin' direction. Okay, got 3 of these little armored truck things to protect. They end up pretty much assaulting the entire time. Some sweet music for it though.
Fighter jets detected.
And on top of this, I'm gonna try and take some hits for him. Inevitable one of them is gonna go away. As long as I can protect the one I'm standing on, it'll be fine. I think you get an extra some reward, just another cash reward if they all make it. Alright. I could be wrong. I think around the halfway mark they start getting a finite amount of units. Pretty sure at some point they do. Although Trafalgar there might be screwing this whole thing up. Because if you stand on top of them, they'll still move. If you stand there in their way, they will not move at all. Yeah. You don't say. My, well, that's just kind of life. And unfortunately, I can't even afford to tank anymore. Oh, crap. Okay. Matter of instinct already. I gotta jump off this thing, gotta boost. Sadly. I just have to make it around one more corner here. Okay. I would say to redo that because of the boosting thing, but it didn't actually affect anything. I guess I would probably end up trying to do a run Dark Souls without rolling. Okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and fail this one. I usually do. And I can't actually beat it because you have to make it all the way to the top there. So they start coming out at the bottom. There's one set that comes out of each door, but I would not even have the range to reach the ones up top. Like even with a sniper rifle, it would not work. Okay. Leviathan. Original Leviathan, anyway. Still got ducks to do here, another fun build. He's all about his energy weapons. The usual method of bringing scorched earth all over his face. Alright, got the cocked arm on that one, no dancing arm. Thinking the muffin gear is gonna be better for this. And free kick. He just has better DPS. The other guy misses with his rockets a lot. Okay, so I'll drop you here. Fire the decoys. Thank you for being late. Do it.
Target destruction
Yep.
confirmed. Return to base.
So he just awkwardly sinks now.
Mission complete. Returning to base.
The advancement. Magnus next. This is another one of the ones that you can actually fail, or that actually results in a game over. Yeah, let me try with this and then see if any adjustments need to be made. Jaunty's pretty good for this one, just because of the blade and shoddy. Now, in most cases, I'd kill off Huntress right away.
I've got a weak contact.
I might put a couple bazooka rounds in her back if she ends up getting stuck here, but I'm figuring this time I'll actually fight them fairly. So they'll go, they'll take care of most of the MTs there. I need to get through, I'm just gonna have the pods. Go in the room and get all shot up by all of them. Usually end up having to come out to finish them off. Your two helpers will end up getting stuck on a rock or something. There we go.
Rebels like yourself have outlived their uses.
Okay.
Thinking you could destroy the controller? What a fool idea.
Neat.
There's no place for you in this world. Die, rebel.
I haven't really rebelled much, but if you say so. Hoping I could just stomp him right there. Yeah, that's fine. Let's hit. That hit her. I think. Definitely hit her right in the face. She's done. Easy enough.
All targets destroyed. Return to base.
Retreat feet forward. Thinking about the dynamics of that extension, a little bit hilarious. Like, I don't know if they have some kind of moving bottom all the ACs or something. Also, lost 20 grand on it, S rank. It probably made a little more sense when they were actually rating them by how much money you make. But that should be... no, still not A rank, actually. Onion. I think I still have time to... him. Here's one of the chargers, and here's... and he is done. What a challenge. Yeah, so I'll save that for later.